Welcome back to episode 324 of the Guide and Guns podcast. I'm your host, Troy.
And I'm your other host, Doug.
We use this podcast to talk about guide guns and the responsible Christian gun owner's interest. On this week's show, we'll be talking about Veterans Day, the origin and meaning. First, I want to thank our bandwidth sponsors. I want to thank Primary Arms. Primary Arms seeks to provide the best shopping experience for everything firearms with over 13,000 products and over 400 top brands. Primary Arms carries a complete selection of rifles, handguns, shotguns, firearms parts, shooting gear, apparel, and more. Every order comes with a commitment to superior service backed by fast shipping and an expert support team. Serving freedom since 2008. Find out more about Primary Arms by going to frn.deals, DEALS/PA, Papa Alpha. Also want to thank Firearms Radio Network. I want to thank those guys for hosting and putting all of our podcasts out there for you guys to download at your convenience. If you've not checked out those shows at the Firearms Radio Network, please do. Also, Patriot Patch Company. I got a care package this week. Did you?
I did too. I haven't had a chance to open it, but I got one.
I got a big, humongous box from Jake and
I got the same.
Over at Patriot Patch Company, and it is full of goodies. I mean, we got a really cool sign there. Liberty.
Oh, nice.
The tree of liberty must be refreshed from time to time the blood of tyrants and patriots. Usually tyrants bleed a little bit more, though. Let's see. Got, I don't even know what that is. We'll have to look. There's so many things in there. I had to spend the whole show going through everything. Got lots of swag to send out to you guys when you all place your orders. We'll throw in some extra patches from Patriot Patch Company. We got a new gun rug. I don't think I've seen this one. What is this? Live on the air. Find out together what it is. It looks like it's a safety thing.
The gun safety rules?
I see some donkeys on there. What is that about? Oh, it's a cat and some cattle. Oh, it's a universal gun safety rules. It's got about keeping your finger off the trigger and
know your target,
what's behind it, and all that stuff, and safe direction. And
I like that. That's nice.
Man, it's cool. I like the gun safety stuff. I took one of the signs to the Bulwarks alumni and gave it to our good friend Eric, and he really liked it. So he's going to use some classes coming up. We have a church security, worship service security kind of a class coming up December 9th. It'll be hosted at our church in Glasgow, Calvary Baptist. So anybody in the local area on December the 9th, you can go online and register for it. You can find it under my Facebook page and under Bulwarks. I think they've got it listed there. So the Bulwarks on Facebook, and you can reserve a seat. It's free, and it's like a 3-hour class. It goes over the basics and how to get one set up and what you need to focus on, your attention on, all that stuff. So we're going to have that again December 9th. So I think that might be a Thursday. If it is, we might have to do it our show on Friday. All right, let's see. That's got all of our sponsors. Again, check out patriotpatch.co and find out all about all the different cool products and signs and gun rugs and stickers and shirts and hats. And they have a plethora of cornucopia of things to pick from. This week's Guide and Gun activities, Doug. What's been going on? I know you've had some challenges in the last couple weeks here.
We have, man. On the God side, of course, Sportsman's Day devotional, hospital devotional. Still doing my new devotional book Wendy had gotten for me. On the gun side, of course, I've been doing, my regular EDC every day. But like you said, it has been a rough couple of weeks. 2 weeks ago, my brother-in-law was killed in a car wreck out in Arizona. So we had the funeral. We finally had the funeral Saturday, and this past week, and we were able to get him back. And unfortunately, it's been a little rough. No insurance, no will, no nothing. So it's just been a rough couple of weeks trying to get everything taken care of, and we got a few. I would imagine we got a few more months to go through trying to get everything done that needs to be done. So I had Monday off as well, so I took Monday after everybody had left. I had a house full over the weekend.
Imagine.
His boys came in town and their family. Well, one of them's family, one of them's single. He's not married, but anyway, I had everybody around. So with a couple extra youngins running around the house, and my kids came over, and so they could see them and visit and stuff. Monday, I had the day off. There was nobody in town. I took a day and went and sat in the deer stand for just about the entire day, and had a good time. I saw 19 deer in the morning.
Wow.
And I saw 10 in the afternoon, and didn't shoot anything. I was just kind of enjoying the peace and quiet and sitting there. And so been doing that. Fixing to get ready to leave here shortly. Not like today or nothing, but coming up, headed out to South Dakota for a pheasant hunt. It's been on my bucket list, man, for years. I've always wanted to go out there and shoot pheasant, and I got the opportunity this year to do it. So we're gonna go out and do that. And I'm not really eager on flying after my last trip that I made. I'm gonna go through my bags and stuff, make sure I don't have any mags and ammo and whatever else, soap.
Gotta wear a face diaper.
Gotta wear a face mask. So that'll be a lot of fun. And so I got back to work on Tuesday, and my work decided that I may not have a job much longer. They are, thanks to Joe Biden and his mandatory vaccine mandate, they are forcing our hospital into mandating that everybody has it. And the way they're doing it is CMS, which handles Medicaid, Medicare, which is probably 60 to 70% of our income reimbursements from the government for our hospital. If people don't have the vaccination, they can withhold the payments to your hospital and not pay you. So
that's why you don't do government with monopolies and governments.
Mm-hmm. So kind of blows, but I have submitted. They had an exemption for medical, and they had an exemption for religious exemption, and I filed that yesterday.
Good.
I was the first one to get mine in, so just everybody say a prayer. It's amazing that I've been working there during COVID, the whole 9 yards, for 20 some months, and we've been good to go. And now all of a sudden we have to do this or we lose our job. And it's right before Christmas, and the administration doesn't really care about that. So I would imagine there's going to be a lot of folks leaving.
Going to be hurting for work, hurting for employees here pretty soon.
Yeah, well, they figure they got you. They figure they do it right before Christmas, and you're gonna submit to whatever.
You go bow down and lick the feet of your slave handlers, huh?
Mm-hmm. So we shall see. Hopefully, my exemption will go through, and we'll see what happens. I've just been praying about it, and if it don't, well, we'll see where it goes after that. But I've had a swell couple of weeks.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
My buddy Chris is on here tonight. He's a buddy of mine from my very first duty station in Panama City, Florida.
Cool.
Happy Veterans Day, Chris, and happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there listening. And even if you're not listening, happy Veterans Day.
All right. When we were talking about that, it reminded me of the Samuel Adams quote: "If you love wealth better than money, the tranquility of servitude better than the animated contest of freedom, go home from us in peace. We ask not your counsel or your arms. Crouch down and lick the hands which feed you, and may your chains rest set lightly upon you, and may posterity forget that you are our countrymen. Samuel Adams. He didn't wait to say anything, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah, that's the way I feel about it. But my job's not on the line. It's easy for me to say stuff from my seat. For now, I'm sure that they're going to try to find some way to take away my stuff or take away my freedom to try to stick me with that junk.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So has that got all your stuff?
That's got me for this week.
Deal. We've got a bunch of comments over here.
We do.
Did you get that message about the team and get that set up?
Did you get a message about a what?
That StreamYard has a team setting now.
Uh-uh.
I sent you an invite for that, so you need to check it out. It'll come from StreamYard.
Oh, is that the one we're in now?
Yeah, it's a StreamYard program, but it gives you the ability to do the stuff I can do.
Oh, yeah, I got that. That's what I'm in now.
Okay, good deal.
Yep, I got in it.
I'll let you start running the comments over there then, and I'll work on my talking about my stuff. So it's been a couple weeks since we've been on. I had a lot of people ask me, "Hey, why didn't y'all have a show? And why didn't you put something out there?" I was in Facebook jail over the weekend.
You've been in Facebook jail a lot lately.
Yeah, I have a 30-day stint a couple weeks back, and then got into a 2 or 3 day stint over the weekend. And every time I post something close to being controversial, they throw me in jail again. So I couldn't even let you know what was going on with Doug at the time. But we are back. So on the God Side Daily Bible Reading, I watch and listen to sermons, usually like 4 to 5 a week. Usually like 3 or 4 on Sunday, maybe 5 on Sunday while I'm serving in security. I thought I had church security Sunday. I had church security last Sunday. We haven't had a show since then. But this most recent Sunday, I thought I had church security. Got there, and one of the other guys was covering, so I just served down in the auditorium, sanctuary, and got to enjoy service with the wife and family. It was the first time we all been together since before COVID. All 4 of us together. Daphne was going to go with us, but she got held at work, and they made her work a couple hours over on Sunday morning, so she was dog tired after 14 hours of being at work.
I bet.
And so they already had her coming in an hour early, and then she usually works 30 to 50 minutes over, sometimes longer. And she had to work a lot over to try to clean up somebody else's mess from a previous shift. So she didn't get to go with us, but did enjoy church the last 2 Sundays. On the gun side, got puff out, cleaned up, oiled. Was going to shoot it yesterday, then I got a phone call, and all that changed. I was going to go out and do some shooting, but it's just the way things go. Got a call from an uncle, got some requests for. Are you controlling the comments over there?
Well, I'm playing with it. I'm not sure. They're showing up on the screen.
Okay. I just want to make sure that things are moving, and I'm not used to that. Okay.
I'm not used to having this much control.
Let's see. Last 2 Sunday nights, I've been serving as net controller for the Central Kentucky Amateur Radio Club out of Columbia is the closest town. It's between Columbia and Campbellsville. I think the club is based in Columbia. But that's a learning experience, trying to learn how to do that and do it properly. And so I volunteered for the one in Mammoth Cave area down in Glasgow, but they had somebody else pick it up. So I'm trying to learn how to do net control, and I haven't stumbled enough that they said they'd take it back, so I guess I'm okay. So been doing taking care of a lot of family issues. Of course, things related to mom and dad's estate and the businesses and things like that. It's been keeping me pretty busy, and the farm's been keeping me busy getting things finished up for the winter. EDC check. I'm actually carrying the Glock 30S again. Been carrying it since Bulwark's alumni meeting back in October, and the Super Tuck. And I'm carrying it cross breed Super Tuck and using what's the word? Soft T Tourniquet, ED2 Defender, and the Microtech Auto Knife. So that's my EDC tonight. What are you carrying?
Oh, I got the usual suspect Glock 19 with my student of the gun night vision sights on it, and I got my Spartan auto knife in my pocket, and that's it. And I got a couple crossbreed holsters sitting here.
Woohoo. Steven is one of our local ham guys here on the Columbia repeater a lot.
Oh, nice.
He runs a net, or he's been doing some net control too. I think on Monday nights, maybe. I don't always catch the Monday night one. Let's see. Oh, we got a feedback.
We do. We got an iTunes review. The first
That's
one in a
long
while.
time. Yeah.
It is. So this one comes to us by Ruthers, RUTHERRRSSSS. So it was October 29th. Excellent podcast. 5-star review. He said, I wait each week for the new episode. I love the content from Troy's preaching to the gun gadget reviews.
Cool. I don't know if I call myself preaching. I get on a soapbox every once in a while. But I appreciate it.
It works.
Yeah. We appreciate the feedback. Thank you very much.
Yes, indeed.
And
We haven't got one in a while.
Yeah, it has been a while.
Yeah. So Comedy Corner tonight, I figured since it's Veterans Day, I'd throw a little NCO humor in there for you. So a lieutenant walked up to a sergeant jumping up and down on top of a manhole saying the number 3 after every jump. The lieutenant yelled, "What are you doing, Sergeant?" "Nothing, sir. Just seeing how high I can jump while on the manhole." The lieutenant shook his head and said, "Well, that's not high at all. Get out of the way and let me show you how to do it." The sergeant moved and the lieutenant jumped real high in the air. As he did, the sergeant removed the manhole cover and the lieutenant fell down in it. He then replaced the manhole cover and started jumping back on it again, saying, 4, 4, 4.
Like my old granddad said, boy, he got some smart pills.
Yeah.
You ever heard the smart pill?
I
think I probably told you here. The little boy is sitting down by the road and he's playing with something on the ground there and he's putting it in a bottle, and the city slicker is, the country folks, there's always some city slicker comes by in a big fancy car, pulls up and says, "Hey, boy, what you doing down there?" He said, "Oh, I'm just getting these smart pills." He said, "Smart pills?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "I sell them." He said, "Well, what do you call them smart pills?" "Well, you eat them, you get real smart." And he goes, "Well, how much are they?" He said, "I sell them to you $1 a piece." He said, "Well, give me a couple of them." Gave him a couple of dollars. The boy shook out a couple of pills. He said, 30's nothing. That tastes like crap." He said, "Now you get smart."
Now you get smart.
It was rabbit pellets, yeah. He said, "Now you getting smart." That was the first joke I think my grandfather told me when I was little. I can remember that one. He told it often, so it stuck, He didn't say crap. He said the actual word.
Oh, yeah.
That tastes like rabbit. Like, now you getting smart. On this day in history, of course, the obvious thing on this day in history is the Armistice Day, which turned into Veterans Day.
Mm-hmm.
But I went ahead and got another very important thing for us Southerners. The Dukes of Hazzard makes his TV history with a car jump. On November 11th, 1978, a stuntman on the Georgia set of the Dukes of Hazzard launches the show's iconic automobile, the 1969 Dodge Charger, named the General Lee, off a makeshift dirt ramp and over a police car that jumped 16 feet high, 82 feet long, that totaled the car, made TV history. Although more than 300 General Lees appeared in the series, which ran from CBS from 1979 to 1985, this first one was the only one to play a part in every episode. And I can remember every week, man, you see at least two of them get crunched up because they come down and you see it, that front end bend up and the tires blow out, and then then the bounce. You got an inside picture of them all bouncing inside the car, and then it's driving off. I can remember sitting there as a fat little boy, Kentucky boy, watching that show in the 70s. Hello, Linda. Cuz. But I can remember the Dukes of Hazzard. That was like one of the few shows that was sort of catered to the hillbillies and rednecks around our part of the country. It was a little bit on the slow side, but I still enjoyed it.
Oh yeah.
But you like every time, that car didn't survive that. You can see the whole front end crumple up, or it's stand on drag across the ground. I wonder how many people got hurt in them stunts.
Bumper half falling off, but the next frame, man, it was back on.
Hey, hanging out the window, shooting an arrow with a stick of dynamite on it and blowing stuff up. I thought that was pretty interesting. I've been watching the YouTube channel of what's the Schneider? What's his? I can't remember. John Schneider.
John Schneider.
Yeah, he's pretty interesting. He's still a Southern country boy.
Oh yeah.
Very conservative and Christian. Bible verse this week's going to come out of 1 Corinthians 16, 13, and 14. It's going to be a short one this week, guys. Be watchful and stand firm in the faith. Act like men. Be strong. Let all that you do be done in love. So a reminder for us that we're to be watchful. We're supposed to look out for problems. We're supposed to stand firm in our faith. We're supposed to act like men and be strong. Unless you're a woman. But, he's talking to men here. But, I know some women can be strong.
Yep.
But that we have to remember that we have to do everything in love. We can't do it out of hate. We can't do it out of envy, malice. We can't do it out of revenge. We have to do it in love. That's the hardest part. It's easy to be strong and do things, but to do it with love, that's a little harder. Again, this Bible verse this week, 1 Corinthians 16, 13 through 13 and 14. Well, today's main topic is Veterans Day, and I want to thank you for your service, 20 years in the Air Force. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
And I know sometimes it seems like it sort of rings hollow. You hear so many people just make the proclaim and don't really realize the sacrifice. I know as a real estate agent, I know the sacrifice that military families went through, because when they come to go purchase a home, they're getting paid like less than half a lot of times of what other people make. It is a big sacrifice, and the families have to move. You have to move a lot, and you have to pull up stakes and go to places that you don't know anything about, and then being deployed long time. So I've seen it from the outside, but from the inside, that's only something that a true veteran can talk about. So I know it is a sacrifice for everybody and the family of a person serving in the military.
It is. We were talking about it today at work. Veterans hold a special bond with each other that people you've been stationed with around the world and all over the place. And I tell you, when you're out like that, you get stationed in these countries and different places, and you don't have any family other than the family you bring with you. But you soon meet people that become family. They're like family, because you spend all your time with each other. You're there, you support each other and take care of each other. And, it's a bond that a lot of people don't understand and may never understand, because they've never been there and done that. But, we were talking about that today, and also, and they did a little thing for us at work today. It was pretty cool. and thank the veterans that we had. I think we had 6 in our IT department out of 60 some that are actually served, but we have a lot of spouses. Their family members were in,
Uh-huh.
and people don't realize the toll it takes on the spouses and families when when if I had to deploy, when he would have to take care of the kids, and we had the son and triplet girls, and
Yeah.
I would be gone wherever we were at, and sometimes she knew where I was at, sometimes she didn't know where I was at, but and we come home, but the families that stay behind, the wives and family members, it's a big responsibility for them, and they pick up the slack when we're
Mhm.
gone. So you you gotta thank them as well, because they sacrifice a lot. Everybody talks about veterans, the sacrifices they make, but family members make a lot of sacrifices too. I can
Yeah.
promise you that.
And the children not getting to see their parents for
They,
long periods of time.
yep, exactly.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate all that you do. It just a little bit of the history about it. It originally started out as Armistice Day, which was the end of the World War I,
Hmm.
and so they were, back at the end of World War I. They're like, this was the war to end all wars. It was so horrific. So many people died. So many countries were involved that they were declaring it as a day of remembrance for the dead, for all those that were lost during that period of time through that horrible war there in Germany and France and uh, all along the Western Front. But then the Treaty of Versailles was signed in June of 1919. And then I guess it was Woodrow Wilson declared that November 11th would be celebrated as Armistice Day. And then 1926, Congress passed a resolution authorized the president to recognize the honor of the armistice. And then in 1938, they finally approved it as a national holiday or recognition of World War I veterans. And then in 1954, it was renamed from Armistice Day to Veterans Day, and it
Hmm.
honored all those who had served before and who had died, and also who were active during the time of war. And so it's been since 1954. It's been I guess since 1938. It's been a legal holiday on November 11th. Always stayed on that date. So
Actually, if I'm not mistaken, they actually changed it from the 11th at one point, and they put it back. Gerald Ford returned Veterans Day to November the 11th after he got a lot of pressure from state legislators
hmm,
about Veterans Day. So um, it went back because they had actually moved it to a Monday so they could have a
3 day
3 day
weekend.
weekend for federal workers.
Yeah.
That's one thing we talked about this morning. Me and one of the guys came in and was like, "Man, did you notice ain't no traffic? I like it's Veterans Day." He's like, "Oh yeah." I said, "Everybody's got it off except the veterans because
Yeah.
we're there working just like we always have been.
Yep. Yeah, that's true.
Just just a holiday for federal employees. Kids is out of school.
Bureaucrats, right?
Yeah, right. Can't miss the opportunity to get a good holiday off."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the postman. Yeah. I don't know. The mail running today?
Uh,
I never did check and see.
I didn't check the mailbox today. Actually, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got mail in the mailbox. I guess they don't have off today. Look, yeah, for every other federal holiday.
I was going to say because it's a federal holiday, so it's hard to say.
Strange things. Strange things. Now we got that information from the USO.org, USO.org, and talking about November 11th and its history and how it became Veterans Day, and a lot of people are confused between Veterans Day and VE Day and uh, what's the other one in May,
Memorial Day.
Memorial Day, and like, well, what's Memorial Day about? What's this one about? So another bit
Yeah,
of history here tonight.
it's always 11/11, at 11 a.m.
It's easy to remember.
It is. It makes it easy.
My wife's grandfather was born on 12/12/12.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was a great guy.
So,
Linda's granddad.
it's funny you say that because today is my son-in-law Matt's birthday, and happy birthday, Matt! You were born on November 11th, which is a good day, and happy
Nin-
birthday.
1996.
Uh, uh,
He's not that young, is he? He might
no,
be. No,
no, no.
because Tim's older than that. Let's see. He's 93. How old is he? 26, 27?
Matt?
Yeah.
No, he's older than that, I think.
Oh,
He's a couple years older than Tara, so she was born in 94. So probably 91, 92, something like that.
okay. About Tim's age, then.
Yeah. Sorry, Matt, I got the year wrong. I got the date. What do you know,
Oh, cop daddy-in-law didn't have the information.
that's right.
All right. Yeah, we're lucky to have a lot of members of our family that served the military going back a long time. I guess my generation was the first generation that didn't have anyone serve the military. Well, my dad didn't serve, but he got a 4F because he had flat feet.
Oh, really?
He was an engineering student at U of L when the draft came for him, so he got a medical waiver. Plus, he was in engineering, so he got some kind of waiver on that for Vietnam. But then my uncle and my grandfather, my uncle served in World War II, my grandfather served in World War One, and then my great great grandfather served in the Spanish American War. And then the one before that, there's on both sides. I had multiple family members served in the Civil War, and then going back before that, had multiple family members from both sides served in the Revolutionary War. All American patriots. So they weren't no
Gary,
British. I guess they were all British, but they picked the American side.
right. Gary said on the chat side that he went to Shoney's this morning for the Veterans Day breakfast, and they had about half of the dining room shut off because half of their staff called out.
That's not good. Eric, you made it. Have the police found you yet, Eric? The police are hot on the trail. I'm just joking. I've been aggravating Eric. He came to ham luncheon Tuesday, and I was trying to give him a hard time.
My buddy Steve's on
Yes,
over
sir.
Mississippi.
MISSISSIPPI, right?
Yep. The other Steve, our buddy Steve over on the YouTube side,
Yep.
he reminded me too yesterday for all you Marine Corps guys. Yesterday was the 246th birthday of the Marine Corps.
Free crayons for everyone, right?
We got a Marine.
Marine.
We got a Marine that works with us, and and we got an Army guy too, and I'm always giving it to him constantly. Yeah, but it's all in good fun. Somebody's got to do it.
You gotta be careful of Marines, man. They fight dirty. All right, so let's see. That's pretty much all we got to talk about on Armistice and Veterans Day. But we do appreciate all those who served and all those who continue to serve, and their family members and their children that had to give up time with their dads and moms, and so we appreciate that sacrifice. It is a true sacrifice for the country, and you see guys come out of the military and they continue to serve their communities. We sent a message to Craig today. He's still serving his community, still serving his country. And you see that life of service just carry on into civilian life.
Well, I told him today in a little thing I sent out. Veterans took an oath to protect and defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and that oath never expires. You're always bound to it, and as veterans, we hold it dear. Even though we're called, after we get out of the military, we're called domestic terrorists and everything else because we love our country.
Only one side, does it?
And we don't want to, right. But they still call us that. And, we still adhere to the oath that we took to defend the Constitution. And, I'll never give it. They can call me whatever they want to, but I'll never give that up because I spent 20 years defending it.
Billy served in the Army from 78 to 84. My eyes are not failing me. Over here on the YouTube side.
Yep, 78 to 84. Thank you for your service.
He's going to be moving to Missouri here in the spring. Once he thaws out, I guess. All right. It was a pretty nasty day here. It dropped. It was really nice yesterday. Like 70 and sunny, a nice light breeze, wonderful day. Enjoyed it outside as much as I could. Today it's like 30-mile-an-hour winds and torrential downpours, and the temperature just keeps dropping. So it's down to 48 now, and the wind's still blowing. It was when I came in. So our show sponsor, Primary Arms. Again, if you've not checked out Primary Arms, please go over there and check those guys out at frn.deals/PA. Also, you can buy stickers. It looks like this behind us. Billy's got one. He knows what it looks like. And patches and all kinds of cool stuff. And we also want to thank our supporters over at SubscribeStar. We got a SubscribeStar account at the request of several of you guys that used to be Patreon people before Patreon kicked God and Guns out because they don't like God or guns. And so we are now have a SubscribeStar account at subscribestar.com/God-and-guns. And then you got a couple more. Then we got the Armed Citizen of the Week.
Yep. Next one is PowerTac lights. If you're looking for a good light for a weapon, for everyday carry for your pocket, or a hunting light, go check our buddies out at PowerTac.com. Use the promo code God and Guns, and they will give you 40% off for just listening to the show. And I just actually sold a couple of lights. One to my son-in-law, Dylan, who has gotten into hunting, and I think I told a story. I have a stream light that I had before I got the PowerTac, and I thought it was really bright. And I was letting him use it one night. We were looking for a hog that I'd shot, and Dylan would move his head around because it's a headlamp too. Mm-hmm. And he said as soon as I turned my head whatever direction he was looking, he said he couldn't see the light anymore coming off of his because mine was, overpowering it. And they are bright. So he ordered one, and his brother-in-law ordered one too. They saw the benefit and how bright.
They saw the light, huh?
They saw the light, exactly. So go check our buddies out at PowerTac.com.
I still got some burnt rods in my eyeball where you turned around on me when I was out in Savannah.
Where I flashed you down in Savannah. And I didn't even have it on full power.
Pink spots in my eyeballs that don't go away.
That wasn't even full power, man.
It was enough for me.
Also, Crossbreed holsters. Hey, I showed you a couple while ago. This is the drop slide for a Glock. This is the Freedom Carry. They have, you've heard Troy and I talk about, we both carry in a Super Tuck Deluxe. Who was it sent me a
Super Tuck Deluxe? It's well used. Needs some new hardware. It's, as you can see, I wore all the little rubber pieces out to hold it in there. But that's about 2 years of daily wear.
Yep. Somebody sent me a picture the other day. They had ordered 2 Crossbreed holsters, and I forget which one they got. But he sent me a picture of the holsters with their guns in there, and he was talking about how much he loved it, and you can't go wrong with them. So, depending on whatever gun you pretty much carry for your everyday carry, Crossbreed makes a holster for it. They got holsters for for your bedside. If your wife carries one in her purse, they make one. They got the belly band and just all kinds of different holsters for pretty much any gun that you want. So go check our buddies out at crossbreedholsters.com and use our promo code G&G. They'll give you 10% off your order for just listening to the show. What are you swinging around there? Is that your
That's a
Allen
Miltech.
knife?
That's a Miltech karambit knife. I
That's
saw
a-
it laying down here.
That's a mean looking joker.
Yeah, it'll rip a hole in something. I have to be careful. I'll rip a hole myself. I'm getting a little. I get a little dangerous at times. So I start flipping that thing around. I have
Hey,
stuck it in the arm of the chair one time. Yeah.
have you been watching any of the Kyle Rittenhouse trial this week?
I watched sort of the highlights and updates and things like that. Something changes, but they got a nothing burger of a case against him.
No. Well, he should have never been charged anyway. It's clearly self-defense.
Yeah.
And my thing is, I've been trying to watch part of it, and the prosecution's witnesses are pretty much proving his case.
Yeah.
Because the one witness said, he pulled his gun on him before Kyle shot him. So
he actually said, I was trying to go, and William was trying to get the gun from me, reaching for the gun, had his pistol drawn, loaded chamber, ready to go. So yeah, that's deadly force right there. That makes the case against, at least against him. There's multiple witnesses. There's video drone footage of him trying to get away from them and them attacking him. So it should never went to court. The FBI should give that information. If they didn't, then they should be reprimanded for that.
Well, he was tried in the media, 2 hours after it happened.
Yeah.
He was a white supremacist and all this other stuff, but yet he shot 3 white guys. One was a pedophile, and the other one was all 3 of them were just model citizens.
Had criminal records of
exactly. So I think he's going to get off. And I tell you what, now I was watching a little bit of the news tonight when I got home. Now the left media channels and news shows and stuff, now they're going after the judge, saying that he is unfair and the way he's treating the prosecution, the way he's talking to him. But he was appointed by a Democrat. Yeah. So I'm not quite sure what point they're trying to make.
Well, he's appointed by a regular intelligent Democrat, not the new communist version of Democrats we got.
True. But it's kind of refreshing seeing a judge, who's trying to uphold the law. And boy, he lit into that prosecutor the other day.
Yeah.
Because he started off saying about Kyle didn't want to say anything until he went to trial. Well, you've heard of the Fifth Amendment, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to.
Right.
And he was trying to take him down for that. It was ridiculous.
He's trying to say because he gave interviews that he waived his right to not have to talk about it, which I don't know that that's been ever proven anywhere. I mean, I can understand people trying to push for it, but I think you can reserve the right not to have to say anything if you don't want to.
You don't have to say anything that can incriminate you.
Yeah. I mean, once you go up on that was pretty brave to go up on that stand. I mean, not many 18-year-olds can go up there and take the kind of abuse he took.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, he's endured it for quite some time. Now, was it the wisest thing in the world for him to do what he did and go there with a gun, being 17 years old? I would probably advised against it, but people have the right to decide what they want to do with their lives, and you take the risk.
But you know what, Troy?
Yeah.
If somebody was burning down our communities, setting fire to the local businesses, and destroying the way of life of your friends and my friends, we would be right there in the same position he was probably in.
The sad part is that there should have been lots of adult men standing up to that instead of having 17-year-old kids going there to do that.
True.
But oh well, I wasn't there. I couldn't tell you. It didn't happen close to me, so I did go to Louisville 2 nights, and so I was on standby at undisclosed location just to be for backup, but nothing ever came of it.
Mm-mm.
All right, we got Armed Citizen of the Week. Oh, it's in Missouri. Billy, better look out. There's something
Yeah.
happening in Missouri here.
Here we go, Billy. I got one for you. So, a homeowner in Jefferson County, Missouri, was was ready when a group of robbers targeted his residence on September 16, 2021. It was sometime before 1:40 a.m. that Thursday morning when the homeowner heard a knock at his door. When he went to answer it and he asked who was there, a voice he didn't recognize replied. Whoever was on the other side of the door was also rattling the doorknob as if they were trying to force themselves in. Armed, um, Alarmed by the predicament, the homeowner retrieved his revolver and went back to check the door. When he opened the front door, the homeowner was greeted by two men on his porch wearing masks. One of the masked crooks reached inside the doorway and sprayed mace. In response, the homeowner fired a shot, then closed the door and locked it before calling the police. When sheriff deputies arrived at the home, they discovered one of the masked crooks in the front porch dead from a gunshot wound. They later stopped an SUV in the area that turned out to be the surviving robber and a getaway driver who were arrested for burglary. And that comes to us from STLtoday.com in St. Louis, Missouri.
Your audio is a little breaking up on you. I don't know.
Mine is?
Yeah, it's a little digitized on my end. It sounds like it. I don't know if you guys out in the audience can hear it. Just a little bit digitized, just letting you know. I don't know if your feed's down or you got something in the background or not. All right. So there was something else I was going to say and I didn't write it down. So now I knew I was going to forget. I'm going to have to get me a pad of paper here and a pen so I can start writing down things so I don't forget it. It's just the price you pay for being old, I guess.
Right.
Oh, him. We were talking about doing a hog hunt in February, and you give me a couple of dates.
Mm-hmm.
But Hamcation is that same weekend as the one in February. I didn't know we need to make sure that we, because I would like to go to the Hamcation Hamfest. I didn't know if you want to go down with me. Maybe we could meet up some listeners down there if anybody else goes. So if anybody else is going to Hamcation in Orlando, February the 12th, maybe. Let me look at my calendar. Hamcation. February. It's supposed to be one of the biggest ham shows. Yeah, the weekend of the 12th is Hamcation. I think it starts actually on Thursday with ARRL day, and then it goes Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm probably just looking at like Saturday and or maybe Sunday, and then maybe come do a hog hunt on the way down or on the way back up, or both.
Yeah.
Because deer season will be over with by then, so.
Oh, yeah.
We go slaughter some hogs on the way down and the way back. I don't know though. I had to keep them at your house till I went back north. I'm gonna have to get me a big freezer so I can bring back some hog sausage and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I got all the ingredients to. I got one cut up. I got it in the freezer. I just got to grind it and mix everything. But I ordered some bratwurst seasoning, so I'm gonna make some brats out of this one.
You're digitizing in, but Gary says it sounds okay on his end, so I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or if I've got 1.2 gigabit per second speed right now. So I don't think it's speed issue. I don't have any other programs running. So, all right. Well, we'll figure it out. Maybe it's
on the YouTube side. Anybody that's over on that side, do I sound like I'm being digitized to you guys?
Let's hear it about once every 2-3 minutes.
All
right. So I got that's got the Armed Citizen of the Week. We want to start wrapping this thing up. You got anything else to talk about tonight?
I don't think so. I'm good, man.
Yeah, I think we're good over here. Got lots to do. if you guys, if any of you ham guys are on the digital modes, I've got a ICOM, so I can do D Star now. So, and if you've got your ham license and want to be a part of the ham group, the Guiding Guns Ham Club, send me a request, and I will send you a link to become part of that group, because that's one of the Guiding Guns ham page now. We try to share stuff over there as often as we can, and so I can do D Star now, and of course, I've always been doing the System Fusion. I got my own node, the Guiding Guns node, and they're KN4KOP. And I don't remember the room number off the top of my head, but you can search and find me over there. All right, we're going to wrap this puppy up. Let's see. Send your feedback to Troy at GuidingGunsPodcast.com, or
Doug at GuidingGunsPodcast.com.
please tell your friends about us. Leave us an iTunes review and like us on Facebook at Facebook.com/God and Guns podcast. Subscribe and follow us on YouTube. Hit the notification bell so every time we post up something, you'll get a notification about that. You can find us over on Instagram. We have a Wimkin personal and a Guiding Gun page. We have Rumble, and I have not figured out what the problem is over there yet. We are on MeWe, and our website is GuidingGunsPodcast.com. So until next time, Doug, have a blessed week.
And keep your guns close, but keep your Bibles closer.
Good night, y'all. Thanks for joining us.
Happy Veterans Day, everybody.